I hope everyone is off to a great start to their new year. I just wanted to let you know that I've definitely been thinking of you guys. This past year certainly flew by with lots of things accomplished and learned in life. I hope you all have experienced your own levels of fulfillment, success, and growth as well.
Lately, the urge to return to music has been tugging at me more than ever.
Guys, that's official. Let's go. Let me just go back for a little bit. Nightkilla, Ruckus, Realistik. I'll give a bit of a quick overview. He's known because of a Geometry Dash trend, but that's not actually how I know him. I know him from a Flash game from back in 2012. Good stuff. I've been there since the beginning, since he was still posting. I was also 4 at the time, so I wasn't really online. I just had my parents downloading his stuff from Newgrounds. But yeah, I low-key have been there, on listening to Ruckus for 13 years now, which is just crazy to think about that because I'm 17 years old. But yes, no, I figured, why not try to make a song like him? So that's what I did. Okay, so starting right out, we have, you want it to be very you want the intro to kind of open up. So it starts off quiet and gets louder. I use 2 things, the citrus main pluck, because that should sound familiar to you. You recognize it yet? Then I use a little saw pluck that sounds like a harpsichord, some sort of Addams Family type thing, Yeah, I was trying to recreate the classical pluck. And since pretty much the first half of the song just mimic classical, we have the strings that sound painfully artificial. We have a little techno bass actually, just to compensate for it. It's really easy. It's just a sign and a square. That's all it is. For the buildup, it's both a breakdown and a buildup at the same time. You want everything to stop, and you'll have this little thing. I can't tell if they're super saws because they sound so clean. But essentially, it's just a saw and a square on top of each other, same volume, with the resonance pulled up, with a compressor and some downsampling. Not barely any, by the way, just a little bit to give it just a tiny bit of grit. You want this little thing, the plucks over here, to sound the same. So I promise this is original. I wrote all of this myself. I promise. Oh yeah, so now it's time for the drop.
Second drop right now.
For the drop, what you want to do is start off with a pre-drop vocal because you can, and since this is the first drop, we're going to use this.
Second drop right now.
I promise it's the first drop. Start off with the drums. The drums are halftime because this is 2012 dubstep basically. So you want a kick and a snare. Also, this snare is really important. He uses the snare in 17 different songs. So yeah, crash, sidechain it to fit this stuff, and then of course you want your little jawbreaker chant. Basses are pretty interesting. So what you want to do when you first record the basses, produce the basses, you want to just play the drums and all that stuff, all that good stuff. And you want to do what a YouTuber named Composerly taught me, is just sing it out. So you want it to be and essentially once you do that, it'll all get put together and it'll sound something like this. Yeah, so I'll go over it a little bit how I made these. This citrus bass, I made it in citrus. It's really easy. Sounds kind of like the thing in Fracture and Die Bitch and all that stuff. So I basically took a default and it just turned it's really easy. I'll do it real quick. So you take the default preset, turn that up. There you go. That's literally all you have to do. Just a serum wavetable that sounded like fingers, like the Figures growl at the beginning. I'm pretty sure it was actually called Figures from where I got it, but I saved it. I saved the preset and just called it the Ruckus growl. But like I have several of those. Talking bass, you know, you should know how to make these. This one I consolidated it because I only have the default version of Silent, or not the default, the demo version of Silent. And every 3 minutes here, thank you for trying this demo. So I took one of the default presets called Hover Dominate, which sounds a little something like this. Does that sound familiar to you? So you have the Hover Dominate thing to kind of throw in here. This is, I followed a tutorial on how to do this. It's essentially like, it's a preset, but also not, because you modify the preset. Where's that? It's essentially also called Ruckus growl. It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of the Centipede growl a little bit, just a little bit, but you know. You have this thing, the cooker bass, used in a lot of songs, and this one is actually a preset that I use called the Ruckus metal knocking. Because I couldn't figure out how to make this. Also sounds like it was used in Die Bitch, all that one. So you got this stuff, and of course you have to have your sub, because this is dubstep. It's not dubstep without the sub bass. If you can't hear it, buy some better headphones. And also this. Yeah, that one. Also the evil chords. Yeah. There's your first drop. And then you want to... Okay, so normally I would stop there, but this is a Ruckus song, so I have to do a whole song for this. So what you want to do now is add a piano section. The piano has to sound very artificial. So I used FL keys with a bunch of reverb and delay. The B section, we add the techno bass again. Then add the drums. That's really all there is to it. There's not much to it. So the second build-up. A common staple that I've noticed in his music is he does tempo switches from 140 to 110 typically. So we have it go from 140 to 110. Also, I promise, I wrote all of this. I swear I wrote all of this. I made all of this myself. It's 100% original. 100%. Second drop is just that first drop, but everything's just like slightly moved around. It's all the same basses. You've all heard it before. Oh yeah, you also want to add this little piano thing, because you know. Yeah, it's fairly straightforward. Fairly straightforward. That's all there is to it. And then the B section is just the original drop. And then the outro is very crucial because you want it to be a very synthetic, like artificial sounding piano. So I used FL keys like any man would when you want a fake sounding piano, because that's the best fake sounding piano. Suck my dick. But it's very easy. If you just write some 4 chords together like this. And then the last one, you want to end on a major chord. Like that. Yeah, that's basically the song. Just let me know what you guys think, how accurate it is, because I can't tell if it's accurate or not. The only one that I know is like super accurate is... Hold up. The one that I know is super accurate is this one. Yeah. Yeah, just finished the track. Made this in like 4 hours, you know. It wasn't too hard. And yeah.
Second drop right now.